Hello, my name is Ben Rarick. I'm the Executive Director of the State Board of Education, and I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about the State Board of Education's work in revising the Washington Achievement Index. The State Board of Education has been given statutory authority to develop an accountability system. The State Board of Ed vigorously opposed the legislative proposal to craft an A through F grading system under the theory that that was too punitive and not focused on improving schools. So the board has spent the better part of 2 years crafting a better proposal that emphasizes fairness to schools, embraces local control as part of the improvement process, and finally provides financial support to schools that are asked to go through an improvement process. At the heart of this proposal is a revised achievement index that has several new key features. The first major change to the achievement index is the major focus on achievement gaps. 50% of the index score in the revised index is attributable to the performance of students who are traditionally impacted by achievement gaps. This allows the index to focus not only on aggregate performance of schools, but also to make sure that schools work for all students, especially those students who are in our traditionally underserved populations. The second major change to the index is in the inclusion of student growth data. Student growth data allows us to measure the amount of learning that takes place in one school year for each student in a school. This allows us to measure both proficiency, which is the number of students in a school that are already at academic standard, versus student growth, in which we are measuring the amount of learning that each student is packing into one school year. We want to measure both, but we are interested in schools that have high rates of growth. They may not have all their students at standard yet, but schools that make high growth rates are getting their students to standard much more quickly. A third major change to the Achievement Index is the inclusion of an ever-ELL approach to scoring. What this means is that long-term success of English language learner students is what will be counted in the Achievement Index. Under the current index, and indeed under current federal guidelines, the scores of English language learner students only count while they are in the English language learner program. This means while they're essentially learning English. The proposal would be to say that we are just as concerned about the performance of students after they demonstrate initial English proficiency as during, because we're concerned about the long-term success and career and college readiness of the English language learner student population. The next step for the revised index is submission to the U.S. Department of Education for approval so that we can use the index for our federal accountability system as well as our state system. We expect that that process will be ongoing throughout the fall, and that process has already been initiated. I'd like to thank the dedicated members of the Achievement and Accountability Work Group. This is a group of over 20 dedicated stakeholders and practitioners from around Washington State who have worked with us over a series of meetings to think through some of the design issues about the revised index, and we appreciate their work. If you want to be involved or if you have questions, please go to our website or just contact the office and you can contact me directly. I look forward to hearing from you, and thank you for your time.